Sharpening is made very easy with the Blade Tech knife sharpener. Whether sharpening pen knives, kitchen knives, gardening knives or hunting knives, simply lay the Blade Tech down over the edge of a flat surface. Place the knife blade into the center of the V and draw the blade down with a steady, light pressure. Pass the knife through the sharpener 3 or 4 times. Test the edge of the knife blade and repeat the process until the blade is razor sharp. Crossover secateurs have a bevel cut on the outside of the blade. The inside of the blade is totally flat, with no bevel. Place the Blade Tech on a flat surface and offer the secateur's blade up to the sharpener. Ensure that the flat inside edge of the sharpener is held flat against the sharpening face. This will allow the opposing side of the V sharpener to recut and sharpen the correct angle of bevel on the opposing side of the blade. 2 or 3 passes is all that is required to fully reshape and sharpen the blade. Anvil secateurs have a bevel on both sides of the blade. In this case, the blade should be placed in the center of the V in the Blade Tech so that both sides of the blade are reshaped and sharpened. Using the same principle as either the crossover or the anvil type secateurs, many of the tools can be sharpened. Garden loppers can be sharpened by drawing the sharpener over the blade, again keeping the inside edge of the blade flat against one sharpening face. Larger tools, such as an axe, can be sharpened very easily by drawing the sharpener over the blade. Use only light pressure and plenty of passes over the blade to create the very best edge. Care must be taken where fingers come into contact with the blade. Garden shears can be sharpened quickly and easily. Simply offer the sharpener up to the inside edge of the shear blade. Instead of placing the blade in the center of the V of the sharpening blocks, place the inside edge of the blade up against the shoulder of the sharpener, using the flat edge of the block to reshape and sharpen the blade at the correct angle. Draw the sharpener across the blade until the optimum sharpness is achieved. Repeat the process on the second blade. Scissor blades are sharpened by laying the Blade Tech over the edge of a work surface and placing the inside edge of the blade up against the shoulder of the sharpener. The flat surface of the scissor blade should be flat against the sharpening block and definitely not placed in the V. This is the best method of sharpening a pruning knife, where the inside curve of the blade needs to be sharpened. Pruning knives are sharpened in a slightly different way to most other knives. Standing still, rest the back of the blade of the knife on the wrist. The Blade Tech can then be drawn up the blade towards the body, keeping the blade in the center of the wedge. 3 or 4 passes with light pressure is all that's required to achieve a razor-sharp edge. Care must be taken to avoid fingers coming into contact with the blade. Sharpening kitchen knives with the Blade Tech couldn't be easier. Simply lay the Blade Tech down overhanging the edge of the work surface. Then lightly draw the knife down through the center of the wedge. This should be done several times with a light, even pressure. Test the edge, and if necessary repeat, again with light pressure.